Okay, so this is an overview of the manager section of the evaluation. For this one, I made myself a manager just to make it easier. I made my own manager. Obviously, that's not the case, but for demo purposes, and so I'm not in Ronet's email all the time. Jan. So the question was, how do you even get to the annual evaluation portal? Uh, for well, I guess employees and managers. It's the same place for a manager as it is for an employee. Right. So you'll get a link, and hold on, I'll show you in a second. All right. So this is and I sent one out just so I can get it. So it would say something like this. Ziane Kamagama has completed their employee section. Please proceed to complete the manager portion of the review. And this is the email you'll get. And you can click on the link. Okay. So click on. Okay. So this is the manager section. Two things that the manager has to fill out is the department. You can just go in and click all of that. For this one, I'll just throw it in. I'll just throw it into IT, and then day-to-day evaluation is whatever the present date is. So 31st, and that's the top section. You shouldn't need to fill out anything else. Um, Now, what you'll see is you'll see what your employee did and what you did. Since this is a test, I didn't even put anything in for my ratings or anything. That's why there's nothing on the top. But and then once you see there is you can just write what your, I mean, what you think the quality of work, what you think their flexibility was. Interface is just type, and for the rating, it's just a radio button. So whatever you feel it is. And then you do it for the next one, and you just keep going down. When you get to the bottom of the page, there's actually got 2 pages of this. Click next. Um, so for the next section, you'll come down to the same thing. Fill out your rating. Their goals will appear, and then off of their goals, you can put your goals for their employee in the supervisor goal section. All of this is just regular interface where you just type. If you need to add a goal, there's a button for just add a goal. Just click on that. Puts another goal section in there, and if you can just click that as many times as you need um, for as many goals as you have. Supervisor comments are whatever your general comments are, and this box. So the box is by default checked to say that you agree with the evaluation. The important part of, I guess, this page are the buttons here. And disregard this box on the bottom. You won't see that. That's just because I guess I'm an admin for this form, so see this. I forgot about it. Goals would be in this section that says employee goal, and if they have 3 or 4 of them, there would be 3 or 4 of them listed. So all the anything an employee wrote would be in gray, and anything you have to fill in will be in white. Right. So you get to the bottom. The back button will take you back. The save button will actually save the evaluation as it is, so that way you can go back into it and finish it. Let's say you're halfway through and you have to do something. Instead of just losing all your stuff, you can hit save, and it will save it where it is. And then when you're ready, you go back in, open it, and keep going. Um, the the submit button is actually to submit it to take it to the next step, which is the employee manager review. And then there is a final option to return to employee. For whatever reason you need to return to employee, maybe they missed a box, or maybe they asked you, hey, is there any way I can refill out a section, or for whatever reason you need to return it to the employee, you can hit the return to employee button. Now, if you hit the return to the employee button, you need to fill out the supervisor comments. So I hit the return employee button. It gave me an error saying please provide reason. I would just say whatever it is, and you hit return to employee. When you do that, an email gets sent out. You know what? Let me just do that now. Yeah. I'm sorry. The manager will see this, the employee will see this, and they have a link to click on it. And then once they resubmit, you'll go through the same thing you went before. So let me just resubmit. So you were asking what the employee sees. This is what they will see. So there's nothing about what the manager put in here. It's just what they did. So they'll come back to their evaluation. They fill it out. They hit submit again. The manager then again gets an email saying that whoever that employee is, right, and that should be the email, has submitted it. Yeah. So as a manager, you'll get this again. So that's how the return to employee section is. It's just the workflow that works back and forth. So now I think printing was something that came up. Let's say you wanted to print it out. How would you do it? There's a print option on the bottom next to the close. If you hit print, it will take you to a view that has the entire evaluation all on one page. This way it's easily printable, and I can show you that. So if you go to print, this is what you'll get. The entire evaluation all on one page. The employee section is in that gray. The manager section is in the blue. The goals are on the bottom. Both the employees and the manager goals, the signatures, and at the bottom you have the ratings, the average ratings. So you can just print this page out and it comes out as one page. Now, after you submit, you fill out the evaluation or the evaluation for the employee. You've rated them. You hit submit. The next section that goes to is the employee manager review section. I believe that is that's when you meet with the employee and go over the review. That's right, Jan? Okay. So when you hit submit, the emails will go through. The employee will get an email saying that you've completed the review, and you'll get an email also. And let me see what those emails look like. See your. So there's an email. Okay, so at the bottom, the closure, anything you need to close, all the options to close are on the left. Evaluation signed and completed. Um, Employee refusal to sign evaluation, pending evaluation signature, or evaluation incomplete. If the evaluation is signed and completed, you will hit evaluation complete, and that's it. Um, Emails will be sent out. An email will be sent to HR, letting HR know that the evaluation is complete and they can get a copy of it. The employee at that point will be able to come back and see their evaluation pretty much anytime they want instead of having to look for a paper copy. And yeah, that's it. Um, that for that employee, the evaluation process is done. Yeah, these are the emails. Um, Manager gets this. The employee gets this one, and HR gets a separate email that I don't get because I'm not part of HR. So that is the manager section, I guess, from start to end. It's not. So as a manager, you would have, I mean, as an employee of JMA, you would have gotten an email from Jan saying that to do your self-evaluation, please follow this link. Right, Jan? And does it take you to this? Jan, is this the page it takes? Okay, good. Now, at the top, you will see my reviews. You won't see Z's. Sorry, that's a personal view I need just to do some troubleshooting for this. So you won't see this. What you'll see is my reviews, and you will see something that says manager view on the top. When you click manager view, you will see all the employees that have done the review that have you as their manager. It just so happens that I'm in here because I made myself a manager for this review. At that point, all you would have to do is just click on the name. And that employee's review will open up. And yeah, that's it. So that email is not the only way to get to the review. It just so happens to be a very convenient way to get to the review.